Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. 3 topics for this video. The first one, all of a sudden, supposedly, the order was given for the media to tell us something that became obvious early on in the war in Ukraine, and that is the West has no cards, or the West has just a card and a half, and the cards are held by the Russians through military action. So we have here a opinion by Applebaum, and I picked this article not only because the title is idiotic, but because of the person who wrote the article in The Atlantic, and her name is Applebaum, and I will show you who she is. Just a hint for my Polish friends, she is the wife of your foreign minister, Mr. Sikorski, Radisław Sikorski. I will tell you, she and Mr. Sikorski are on the payroll of MI6, I suspect. Nevertheless, she says Trump has no cards. Guy, you got them right, he has no cards. But what's interesting is she gives the solution how the West gets the cards, because they, according to her, the cards were given. So the West gave the cards away. They were not taken by the Russians. No, they gave them away. And she wants them back. And I will tell you how Miss Applebaum, apple means apple, right? Applebaum, that is apple tree. The apple tree, Miss Apple Tree, will tell how we can fight us for them. Who's them? I will reveal. That is the first topic. The second one is Melania Trump, the First Lady, the wife of the US President Donald Trump. She gave her husband to deliver to Vladimir Putin a personal letter. We have the letter. I grabbed it from Putin's pocket. So I will read it for you. And the third and the last topic for this video, the Ukrainians sank a Russian cargo ship in the Caspian Sea. I will show you where they claim they sank it, and we're going to discuss. First, let's go to Miss Apple Tree. The Atlantic. This is from yesterday, the 16th of August 2025. Trump has no cards. You got them right. He didn't have cards at one point, but she says this. Well, let me show you who she is. There she is. Isn't she beautiful? She looks like Madeleine Albright, because they're related, actually. So she's highly educated, Anne Applebaum, and we find out that she's an American journalist and historian. Oh my God. And she's probably she came a Polish citizen in 2013. Her husband is Radosław Sikorski. And they met in Great Britain when he was taken into the MI6 workshop. And she was born in Washington, D.C. to a Reformed Jewish families. Reformed, doesn't really matter that. I mean, it could be Reformed Catholic anyway. All right, there you have it. And she is the Pakataka Yale. She's very, very summa cum laude, Yale University, where she met Mr. Sikorski somewhere over there. Anyway, they met in Great Britain. Remember, this guy right here is a Polish politician. He is with Miss whatever her name is, Anne Applebaum. Got it? This guy right here. This guy wants war with Russia. She wants war with Russia because her ancestors were kicked out of Russia, I think. Anyway, so this is what's going on with Miss Applebaum. Now that you know who she is and who she works for, here it is. She says, President Donald Trump berated President Volodymyr Zelensky. He's Jewish. This guy is not Jewish. Neither is Putin. So Miss Applebaum is like, I'm a Romanian, write an article defending a fellow Romanian against, I know, a German, because a German is fighting another German. And they fight what? Am I taking care of my Romanian buddy? So what happened? They gave away. And I'm going to go at the bottom of this article. The last the last paragraph. That's all what you need to know. All right, here. The US has no cards because she's with us. She's on our team. We've been giving them away. Applebaum, you're not in our team. You are in Netanyahu's team, maybe. You know what I mean? Anyway, we've been giving them away. No, it's incorrect. The evil Putin took them away from you by war. Remember, these guys thought, they are telling the truth little by little. I said this many times before. Truth has short legs. The lie has long legs. Don't we like long legs? Yeah, we do. So the truth, before the truth comes from one little city to another little city, the lie traveled around the globe a few times. So example here is Russia attacked Ukraine unprovoked, illogical, undefendable, nothing. They have no justification, unjustified and all that. Well, if you ask the Russians, they can give you a list of their justifications. But anyway, this was the narrative. Again, the narrative was, if the Russians enter, we're going to fuck them up and we're going to put these guys Applebaum back in charge of the Soviet, Russian people. They got on top in 1918. They hijacked the Russian Revolution, turned it into their Marxist revolution by Karl Marx, son of a rabbi. He was also reformed. Okay? And then Mr. Trotsky, Mr. Bronstein became the guy who put together the Red Army. And then he invaded Ukraine, by the way, and Poland. You remember that one? Okay, it was Jewish, just a coincidence. But hey, before this guy hijacked the 1918 Russian Revolution, Mr. Bronstein, aka Trotsky, was in New York City trying to speak with his people, with Applebaums and all these guys, to give him money, loans for the Russian Bolshevik Revolution. Okay, Lenin, Mr. Ulyanov, was Russian as I am Zimbabwean. Okay, maybe 25%, and I am 25% Zimbabwean. You want me to show you? Okay, thank you. So there you go with this guy, man. So it's not we. You're not with us. You are with someone else, with outside of us. It's the Americans and the Russians fighting for us. You know what I mean? Like, how is his name? Jesus Christ. Remember Jesus Christ? Jesus Christ was crucified by the Romans. But who wanted that? Not the Romans. Applebaum wanted. So Applebaum used Pontius Pilatus, the governor of Palestine, right? The Roman, right, guy? He used him to crucify Jesus Christ without finding anything wrong with the guy. He washed his hands, which, if I remember correctly, is not a Roman custom. It's a custom. And we get too deep in this. So they try to figure things out with other people's lives and push their interest. In this case, yeah, we gave them away. No, he took them from you. And you use the Americans through the Ukrainians. All right, let's move on. This is what he says. This is what she wants. This is what she wants. Pontius Pilatus to do this to Jesus Christ. And you know what I mean. I don't mean that Putin is Jesus Christ, but you understand the example. If we ever want to play them again, we will have to win them back. Arm Ukraine. So that means they will fight for you, like the Romans. Expand sanctions, so hurt the Russians. Stop the lethal drone swarms. Break the Russian economy and win the war. Then there will be peace. This is like kindergarten. Miss Applebaum, she's an educated woman. Do you think she's an imbecile? She's not an imbecile, but she talks to us. She thinks that we are imbeciles. That's the problem. And most of them are. Not you and I, obviously. All right, so this is Miss Applebaum. She wants Pontius Pilatus to hang Jesus Christ on that cross for them. But she says, is we. There's no we. I don't see you. By the way, you or we are in charge of Ukraine. And you want to go back into Russia and get its resources that you controlled until 2006. When Putin came into place and he said, Come over here, guy. Yeah, Borovsky, come over here. Kolokovsky, Makalovsky, come over here. And they all... They fled to London. So yeah, exactly where Miss Applebaum did her with Mr. Sikorsky in those hotels. All right, I know too much about this baby doll. So here you have. This is what we need to do. No, she's what you need to do. So this is clear, Miss Applebaum. Next, let's see Melania Trump. What she was, a Slovenian woman. Fox News unveils Melania Trump's peace letter to Putin. Photo. All right. I personally, and I tell you this, I don't know exactly who she works for. And you say, well, Emil, you're crazy. Let me tell you this. In the intelligence world, in the spy world, if you want country information world, if you want disinformation, state information, it's like a basic stuff. Too much like Zelensky now. All right, so Jesus Christ, so here. A woman placed on the right position, whatever that might be, doggy or missionary or whatever, in someone's lap, you know what I mean? She is worth about 2 military army divisions. That's how important of a woman who takes it deep by an important guy from the other team is. So Miss Melania, she's Slovenian. She was a model. I don't have to tell you what models have to do in order to be picked as, oh, you look good, you are going to be promoted. Do you think it's like a business? I don't know. I'm just saying. I have no idea. I'm just, too many movies, I guess. So she gets in Trump's thing. He gets the president, and she's just neutral. She works for, I don't know. I'm talking like Trump now. She's like, oh, I don't know, maybe. Nevertheless, she writes Mr. Putin a letter. Let's read the letter, love letter, straight from your heart. Actually, right? Yesterday Elvis died, the 16th of August 1977. So, here is the letter. Quote, as parents, it is our duty to nurture the next generation's hope. As leaders, the responsibility to sustain our children extends beyond the comfort of a few. Undeniably, we must strive to paint a dignified world for all, so that every soul may wake to peace, and so that the future itself is perfectly guarded. Sounds very good, but this too idealistic so far. A simple yet profound concept, Mr. Putin. Oh fuck, you are gonna lecture him? As I'm sure you agree, is that each generation's descendants begin their lives with a purity, an innocence which stands above geography, government, and ideology. Good job. Yet, in today's world, no, I think from the beginning of this world, it was like this. Some children are forced to carry a quiet laughter, untouched by the darkness around them, a silent defiance against the forces that can potentially claim their future. Mr. Putin, you can single-handedly restore their melodic laughter in protecting the innocence of these children. You will do more than serve Russia alone. You serve humanity itself. Such a bold idea transcends all human division, and you, Mr. Putin, are fit to implement this vision with a stroke, maybe you want to do a stroke, Melania, of the pen today. It is time. Okay, Melania, question for you. All right, question for you. Does that apply to the Russian children? Does that apply to the Russian people in East Ukraine, the children of the ethnic Russians in East Ukraine? Does it apply to that? Does it apply to the future generation of Russians? Because if Putin does with one stroke on your face, okay, all right, then if he does that, his nation's children will become what you tell us that should never become. And those laughter will be only on one side. So, Melania, things are more complicated. I understand. Thank you very much. Great. But you have to think about the Russian children as well. Yes, I know you said it in general, but what you ask Putin to do is to give away their future to some interests who are having us pinned one against another. Who are those guys? Applebaum! All right, and let's go to the last one, the Caspian Sea cargo ship. According to these guys, which is, how do you call it? My God, I always have a problem remembering how these guys are. Nevertheless, is it the war zone? Jesus Christ, the war zone. Ukraine sinks Russian cargo ship in Caspian Sea. For the first time, Ukraine has extended its drone strikes to ships carrying Iranian weapons across the Caspian Sea. Well, that's a war declaration. Imagine that the Americans are shipping weapons to Ukraine. Oh, we don't have to imagine, that's true. And let's say the Russians destroy a cargo ship, an American cargo ship. Or, right, or let's say, right there, or in an, how should I put it? Yeah, or a Ukrainian cargo ship carrying American weapons. Would you think that this would be declaration of war? And they show us a little picture here from something that I don't think this is the one. But nevertheless, I will show you where the thing is located. Ukraine has carried out an audacious drone strike on the Caspian Sea port of Olia. Well, in Russia's Astrakhan region, hitting one cargo vessel that Kiev says was being used to transport arms from Iran. UK-based maritime security firm confirmed that this is the first time a direct attack. Why do you have UK and you don't have, let's say, Bangladesh reporting? Because they helped them. Maybe they were the ones doing it. First time a direct attack of this kind has been made on Olia, and that is resulted in one ship sunk. It also appears to be a first time the Ukraine has successfully targeted any kind of vessel in the Caspian Sea. All right, where is that located? Kapataka. This is I'm going to go like this, just so you know. This is the world, obviously. This is the Caspian Sea, right here. This is the Black Sea. Ukraine is right here. This is across 2 Oblast, Astrakhan region, and this is Olia. But Olia is not a port at, according to this, I don't see any, it's not a port at the Caspian Sea. It just, you see, it just goes through this little thing. You see, that's a cargo ship. Man, I'm good. So this goes up, crop, 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 and it goes right here to the port Olia. Here is the port, and they say they destroyed, and this is Reka Bakhtemir. So this is one, this is obviously oil here, or what it is. The ships are lined up. So this is the port of Olia, where these guys claim they sank that vessel. Now, just between you and I, a drone does not sink a vessel. You got it? A missile might sink a vessel, depending on where it hits. A drone does not sink a vessel. I will go in front of a court and say it. Why? Because a drone, the fixed wing drone that the Ukrainians might use, has a how do you call it, man, explosive weight of about 40 kilograms or something, maybe 40 kilograms, and I don't think it can create such a blow into that to sink it. But hey, what do I know, right? I don't think that could blow it. 40 kilograms, maybe 80 pounds, let's say 90 pounds at the most, but I don't think that's the case. I don't even know if it's 40 kilograms in those drones. Go and watch on YouTube if you want. Go and watch on YouTube if you want some attacks coming from these guys. But it's a success. If true, it's a successful strike. Let me show you again. Caspian Sea, Ukraine here, and if you want, and if you don't, I will show you. This is the Black Sea. This is Ukraine again. This is East Ukraine, the Donbass, Kherson, Kharkiv, Zaporozhye, Donetsk, Luhansk, Dnipropetrovsk. So this is the east of Ukraine that you see right here. This area right here. So this is kind of ways, not impossible, but I don't think a drone does that. It has to be really hit, I don't even know where. I mean, really. First, that drone could not break the vessel like that. No. It might create a hole. Now, in order to do that, you have to hit it below the water level. Right? A vessel like this, water like this, you have to hit it below. Otherwise, if you hit it here, it's not going to sink. You have to be so clear to hit it right where the water hits the vessel that I don't think so. But, well, anyway, thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.